U10 rules, they can lead off. How do you want to do balks? You want to do instructional balk, warning? So the story behind it all was I was just getting into high school my freshman year. My old league director out in Genoa talked to me. He's like, hey, you're old enough to do U10s now. You want to come out and do it? And it's like, yeah. It's like, I love the game, so it was easy to give back to the league that I came up through. So I'm Jacob. What's your name, bud?
Braden.
Braden, nice to meet you. I've always been baseball. I started playing when I was 8 years old, and I've been playing my entire life. I would have played in college had it not been for an injury, and then I ended up taking up coaching, and I do coaching high school baseball at Toledo Christian, like I said, and then I do umpiring on the side. So I'm always around the game, and it's just that passion for the game that brings me back every time. Safe! 100! It's one of those things I encourage all my baseball players over at Toledo Christian to jump into the umpiring once they graduate as well, because we are a struggling industry where we're losing numbers at a rapid rate, and so we're trying to get more young kids into it and umpire as well. Ball play! I think a lot of it boils down to a lot of the kids, a lot of younger people are afraid of parents. They're afraid to come out and be yelled at or things like that, and it's one of those things we all have to do a better job. Officials in the high school and U10 and U12 level, we're not professionals. We're out here doing it the best that we can do, and that's something that parents have to take into account and coaches have to take into account when they're yelling at umpires and stuff like that. We're doing the best we can do. Safe! Mr. Tag! You gotta have thick skin. That's the one thing as an umpire that you have to have. You can't, there'll be people talking behind you saying that was a strike, that was a ball. No, you just gotta ignore that stuff. It's if it crosses that line of being profanities or they're constantly doing it at you, then you have to take that next step and talk to them. Hello? One thing that I've learned as an umpire is you have to be clear and direct. So I always come down, and if it's a close play or something like that, I'll talk with the person, I'll explain to them why the call was made the way that it was made, and normally that takes care of it. If it continues on where the either parent or coach is berating the umpire, then they'll get their first warning, and if then it continues, then unfortunately sometimes we have to eject people. For anybody out there, like you said, that wants to be an umpire, do it. It's one of the most rewarding jobs to see the smiles and everything that comes with it with the kids. That's what it comes down to.